Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. It is so good to be back with you. We've had some internet issues and I'm crossing my fingers and my toes and like everything in hopes that I will get through this with no issues today. Cross your fingers with me. Okay, so we're gonna play with a couple of things. Hi Robin, hi Chris. Oh yay, there's a bunch of you on. Okay, now this is it's not a traditional card. I'm doing a little 3D thing today and I'm not showing it to you. Someone got mad at me and they said they want to know in advance. Well, I'm not showing it to you. Haha. I also had someone else post that they didn't know my name. And I was like, oh, maybe it is not visible. And it's not very visible. It's not visible. Got that? It's a new word. Visible. Hello all. If you don't know who I am, okay, I know the North Shore Stamper thing, but everyone says like, but we didn't know your name. My name's right there. I'm Ange. So anyway, yeah, a woman said that to me. She's like, I'm not sure what your actual name is. And I was like, okay, well, I always thought it was on there, but then I realized the dotted font is probably not the best for that one. Anyway, okay, I have to focus. So we are going to be playing, and this one's kind of a fun one. I want to show you something you can do. Rebel, I know, you know me, total rebel. Ooh, hang on, where were you from? Hi, Scarlett. Hello from Conroe, Texas. Woo woo. North Carolina. I love it. I love seeing where people are from. It's kind of fun. Okay, so I don't know if you know we have these, but if you don't, oh, we got the whole, I got my Alaska gang there. If you don't, these are our kind of, I don't know, they're these gable boxes that we sell, and they are amazing. So this is one of the silver ones. We also sell them, I think they call it luminous white. Anyway, it's a shimmery white. It's gorgeous. But they just kind of pop together. So there's nothing complicated about them. But I want to show you something you can do with them. Now, I know this is super weird. You can see it? Okay, good. Thank you, Jill. I didn't know if you could. And when she asked, I was like, maybe you can't, because I'm looking through my screen. Sup, chica? Okay, so I will explain this, because normally you're not going to get your dies like this, just so you know. They come in nice cases. But I did a demonstration on stage with these, and so they sent them to me in advance, and then there was a couple missing. So then instead of just sending me the couple missing, they just sent me a whole other bunch. So I have almost 2 sets of these, which is great when you are doing a class. Okay, so we're grabbing this one. Now, something I want you to notice, and I'm going to kind of grab something while I'm talking to you. Something my 13-year-old is like, what's going on, mommy? Do you notice on this die, and I'm holding it up close, I'm hoping I'm giving it time to focus. I know the background goes blurry, but I'm hoping you stay focused. So you see that you've got this gorgeous kind of stitched look, but do you notice that there's no outside ridge? Now, I'm going to point out to you what I mean by the outside ridge. This one will have one. So do you see how this is like an actual ridge that finishes? And what it means is when I use this die in my Big Shot, it's actually going to cut out that image. Now, the difference between that and this is that this one does not have that outside edge. We've got the stitching. So this is a die that we can actually use for embossing. It's kind of killer. It's gorgeous. I've made some stuff with it. You may have seen it live before, but if you didn't, I just thought I would show you. So the one thing we are going to use today, and this is totally inspired. One of my downline was asking, she's like, how do you use this thing? So I've actually got here the Big Shot embossing mats. Now, there's one more, just a second, I will grab it so you can see the full shebang. So yeah, do that how they got bits of paper and apparently, ew, my hair, I'm so sorry, that's so gross, stuck to them. But we've got like the gray mat and we've got the blue mat and then we've got a white kind of stiff one, okay? So the one thing you do need to know is that you don't want to throw out this sheet. Why? Because Stampin' Up! Gives you instructions in it. Oh, I don't know what was going on with my internet, Becky, and they still haven't been. They come on Friday. So I'm crossing my fingers. It seems to have stabilized in the past 24 hours. Okay, so for example, it just says here, and I want you to understand this only. Understand this only. Don't understand this only. You've got 3 separate pictures down here. Yes, Jacqueline, come see Ange with her embossing mat. That's what I'm doing it for, Cora. It's for Jack. So we've got the standard sandwich that you can use, okay? Then we have got a cut and emboss sandwich, and then we have got an emboss only sandwich. Now, don't laugh. What would you use the standard sandwich for? You're either cutting and embossing or you're embossing. I don't know, whatever, who cares? So we're gonna go with the emboss only sandwich. Now what I want you to understand, Laura, my hair goes everywhere. I love it. Okay, so what I want you to understand is it's got numbers in here. So we've got 1. So if you look up here, it tells you that 1 is a standard cutting pad, okay? Which means just one of your clear pads. There's nothing crazy going on there. So, for example, I can have this one, okay? So this is gonna go down on my Big Shot. So we've got standard cutting pad is number number 7, it actually even gives us that to start with, is your big shot platform. So here, not magnetic one. Oops, I already moved it. And I think I even got a clear one out for you guys for this. Okay, so there is my big shot platform. And then the next thing I'm putting down on it is just one of the clear plates, okay? Now, you simply just look at it and you keep doing the next level. Now it tells you you're gonna put the die down, which is number 4, right? And if you're not sure, it says die, cutting edge up. So you would go like this. And then it says you're gonna put down your paper. So in this case, we're not going to use paper. I'm going to get crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to emboss right on here. You see what I'm doing here? So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it down. Now, I want you, yes, totally keep your fingers crossed this internet behaves. I want you to understand something. So at this point, we've got the spiky edges pointing up, yes, and that's where they're supposed to be. Now the next thing you would put down, and we don't use the gray mat for this sandwich, so if you're unsure, again, please go look, which is number 10. So it tells you your thin silicone mat, blue, and then it tells you number 8, your impressions mat, white. Okay, so I would go like this, and I would go like this. Here's the deal though. I don't like this because I can't see if there's any shifting happening underneath. So I want you to understand you can also do this, and it works exactly the same. So I've got my big shot platform, I've got my white mat, and I've got my blue mat. Do you know what the Stamp-A-Majig is for and how to use it? Oh yeah, it was like an, how can I say this? It's like the stone tablet version of the Stamp-A-Ratus. Totally is not, it's total stone tablet. It's like the old school, okay? Okay, so we've got all that. And I'm going to press this down, and I just want to make sure with this that I keep this guy kind of where I want him. Now, if I had not folded that box to kind of show you how he assembled first, it would be easier. So word of advice, if you're doing this with the box, don't fold it first. Just kind of leave it in its beautiful, lovely, perfectly flat form, okay? So we got that. Do you like that description, Cor? It's like the old school, you know, tablet, chisel. Yes, actually, Catherine, I love what Catherine said there. If you're a big wood stamp person and you cannot move to the whole cling mounts or the photopolymer, it's absolutely for you. No, I don't have one to show it. I get rid of my things when they retire. I don't keep them. And because I can't sell them anymore, I really don't sell it. Now, just a second. Someone told me my internet has gone off. Is it going off? I'm hoping it's not. She says, I'm totally confused. If this is not a cutting die, then why are you using the embossing mat? Because I am simply embossing. Now you can use your big shot and you can emboss. I'm going to be super honest with you. You're not going to get the same beautiful impression that you get using this. Okay, so it does emboss and it does it, and it's wonderful. Now it actually, you'll see there's a very subtle embossing happening on the back. No, you're still on. Okay, someone just texted me saying I'd gone off, but I was like, okay. I don't think so. Just a second, I'm checking her message. I think the internet has gone off. Oh, yeah. Someone text Jill Ray. Tell her that I'm still on. You're still on. Okay, good. So you can see here, it's got this beautiful embossing. You guys, it's so deep. I know. And Annette, like think about if you were doing the bridal shower favors or wedding shower favors. This is, I don't know, this is kind of the funky detail that people would pay for. Like that is beautiful. Okay, so I showed you that. So if I'm still on one of your ends, we're all good. As long as somebody out there is getting me, we're good. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is this guy goes together very easily. So you fold in this one here first, and he's the one that's kind of got the sticky uppy do-jobbies, like the two. Poke in his little friends, and then we're going to pop that one in, okay? Now, these ones are simply going to go on like this, but I am going to give you a trick to this first, getting rid of the bits, before you go tying things, and I'll show you why. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, I'm just gonna leave that right here. Oh good, Jill, you're on. Someone, it was you that texted me that said I was gone. I'm glad I didn't disappear. Okay, so next thing we are doing is I'm grabbing my scallop tag topper. We're gonna stick this one in here, foop, 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 and we're gonna punch them. Nothing crazy, nothing exciting going on there. Now, if you don't have this one, you need this one. You like that? Sticky up a what? Sticky up a whoozy whatsy. It's that one. You following me, girl? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, now I did have a lovely piece of designer series paper all cut and ready to glue on, and then did I eat it? Like, what do we do here? It's okay. I've got more paper here. So the next thing I'm going to do, now that tag piece, it was 2 inches wide. You okay? Don't leave me. I'm just cutting a new piece because I lost the other one somewhere. Okay, so I stuck to that same designer series paper that kind of goes with this bundle. Now, I'm not gluing this on yet because I just want to make sure I get it kind of centered where I want it. The U-shaped piece in the bottom. Yeah, do you like my name for it? The sticky uppy, whoosy, whatsies. That's what happens, Catherine, to me by the end of the day teaching. There are no longer words. I just replace them with odd phrases. Okay, my dears, this one I love. So this is a super cute, kind of just a little, there it is there. You can see it. Lined image right there, okay? And again, it looks like stitching. So kind of in keeping with the theme of what I've got going on with the dies. Sorry, need a big one. I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of Old Olive. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so let's come in here. And all we're gonna do with this, and I don't wanna center it. I know I'm a center girl. Everything's usually kind of all perfect and square, but I'm not going to on this. I think I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna give you, you had a mind-numbing training all day. Ugh. Honestly, I have to say, we have these things called professional days, and then the teachers go to school on those days and we do courses and like training stuff. I would rather have the kids any day. I love it. You could reconstruct the box and emboss both sides and then glue it back together. Love it, Christy. Great plan. You guys, you ever need good ideas? Hit up Christy. She's like alternative brain. Okay, so here, I'm going to go with a thank you because I thought, you know, this would be cute to put some treats in and say thank you to someone for coming. Okay, so here, I'm using a little bit of Balmy Blue. I'm going to stamp it on here and make sure I haven't got something weird. And then I'm just going to line this up right underneath the stitching, but I need to make sure I make it on. There we go. Okay, so I've got a cute little thank you on there. Now, this is not done, and I will show you why. Because, and I should close the ink, because then you know what's going to happen. I'm going to drop us in it, and that's not ideal. Okay, now, again, in here, I want to show you, there's this other super cute die. Just a second. Is it you? Yes, you're the one I used. Okay, so check out this one. Look at that. So it's got like the loop-de-loops, but again, it's a stitching, it's not going to cut through it, but it's going to leave an impression on it, which is what I want it to do. So we're going to go right back to that big shot. And then this time you're really going to understand why I flip over the sandwich. Because if I couldn't see what was happening on this sandwich, I'd be very hesitant to kind of run it through my big shot and not have it lined up. Totally thought I was going to cut off the thank you. Oh, come on. Becky, rookie mistake. Okay, so now I'm going to take this die, and because I can see, I'm going to line it up just underneath my thank you, all cute like that. And then I've got my clear plate going in over top. Again, I can still see what's happening. Hi, Darla, yay! Okay, now the one thing people always say to me is they're like, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. There was zero effort that I just put into cranking that. You could have arthritis and not even think about cranking in terms of, what's it called? In terms of the like effort it requires. But do you see how deep that is? Isn't it beautiful? I'm holding it still because I hope it always focuses when I move it up, and then wait a sec, okay? So it's beautiful kind of impression in there. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to take this little piece of designer series paper and not cut but miss it with the ink. Oh, I am going to here come in and I'm going to glue this guy down just below the stitching. Now I am going to take off that extra bit. I don't want too much white down there. I winged it before I went on. There we go. Okay, so now we've got this cute little tag. Now, another thing that they've got in there is they've got these beautiful little buttons that came as part of that same needlepoint Nook suite. So I'm going to grab one of these ones, and I'm going to grab some of my Paper Pumpkin dimensionals. Just a second, and now we need my, where are you? Are you hiding? Oh, no, there you are. Good. Do you like it when you talk to your devices? I'm grabbing my Take a Pic tool. Being a quilter and a knitting crafter. Oh my gosh, Kathy, I can't even imagine, because that was who they actually made it in mind for. It was people who are quilters and needle pointers, because I guess there's a huge, and I never realized it, a huge overlap in the two industries, but it makes sense, right? Okay, so I'm just going to put that little glue dot down there, and then we're going to pop the backing off of it. And then we're going to slap our little button down right there. Now, okay, this is embarrassing. So everybody needs this set, Pamela. Yeah, this is a 15-yard roll of old olive twine. This is what's left of it. Can you tell that I like twine? And can you tell I was a little bit excited about old olive? Sorry, I need help. Hi, my name's Angela, and I'm a linenaholic. Okay, there. Little linen bows, just, I don't know, they're not a big deal, but they're beautiful. And they just kind of add that little detail. Okay, hang on. Chop. Chop. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to grab another glue dot. And I'm actually going to stick my glue dot straight on top of my button. And people are like, why did you not just feed the twine through the button? Because I'm lazy. No other reason. Just a sec. But now I can't get my glue dot off. There we go. Good. Okay, so I've got that backing off. Does the take a pick tool pick up buttons? I don't know. Let's try it. Actually, my stuff's off. We need to, come on you. There we go. Okay, so she says, does it pick up, oh, it picks up buttons. Look at that. Button picked up. Off button, off. Okay, so we're all good. There's a big overlap. Yes. Okay, well, Laura, I would love to see your room because I can't even imagine if those two worlds collided. Okay, so here, again, come in. And I know it's a bit of a cheat, but I don't know about you. Number one, my fat fingers won't do it. And number two, my 43-year-old eyes will also not pull that off. It ain't happening. Okay, so now, my dears, we've got that. So I'm going to put you guys aside, and we're going to grab our box part again. Now, here's my trick. Because I don't like to have to destroy someone's packaging when I open up the box. I don't want them to have to either. Is that cheesy? So what I do is I don't actually loop this around both sides. See, if you loop your ribbon just around the front one and tie it, now you can close the box. It will still look all gorgeous and pretty, but they don't have to destroy it when they open it. Okay, so it's easy. Okay, so all we're going to do here is I'm going to take this. Now, how did I tie it on this one? I'm looking. Okay, I want like this. I'm looking at my sample one that I did, but I did it quite a while ago. Oh, you just wonder because I didn't use to. Well, I really wasn't worried, Becky. In terms of, I don't find I fiddle too much picking up a button. I'm pretty okay. But I think if I were trying to, like, maybe if it was a full package of buttons and I was trying to pick out a particular color, it would be tremendously helpful. Sorry, I want a little bit more there. I want a bow. We're doing a bow. I do both as well. Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. There we go. Okay, so we're here, coming this. Super tip, love reuse. Absolutely, girl, you got it, okay? So now we're here. Now I'm turning it upside down because I can't tie bows right side up. It takes me as long to thread a button as it does the card. Okay, now I have to tell you, if I do have to thread something, do you want to know what I use? This is super weird. Okay, so although I'm not a quilter, I don't do embroidery, I don't do cross stitch or anything like that. I did grow up sewing. I actually used to be, get this, you ready? I was a dance teacher until I was like 26. From the time I was about 14, I taught dance. And every year we'd have the big year-end show. Jacqueline, you have to go back and watch. I did a video using the embossing mats for you. And I did it just for you. So we would do our year-end show. And I would sew costumes for, like 80, 90 girls. And so I have my own, what's it called? Serger. Sorry, brain was not working there. And yes, exactly. Diane, you're absolutely it. That's what I was just going to say. I can use my threader to thread it. That's exactly what I do. Okay, so here now, because you didn't get it looped through both, this box can be open and closed and reused, woo-woo, with a cute little tag on it. There you go. Okay, what kind of dance? Hip hop? Well, yes, I did. Ballet, tap, do a little time step, modern, jazz, you name it. I started dancing like at the age of 2.5 and then kind of, but when it got to teaching school full-time and teaching dance every night, and then I got married, I was like, if this marriage is going to last, I may want to come home at some point. Well, maybe not. I'm just kidding. Yes, that wouldn't have worked. Okay, so you guys, there it is. You can see the original. So this was all I wanted to show you tonight. Yes, just going out, but I'll come back and watch the replay. Yay! So a beautiful kind of use for those dies. Now you'll notice on this one, I came much more up onto the box, which I think actually looks quite stunning, and not on this one that we did live today. So super kind of fun way that you can do it and use those dies on your boxes. Turn the camera and do a little dance for us. Not in your wildest dreams, girl. It ain't happening. Anyway, if you missed any of this stuff, let me just show it to you where it is. So Needlepoint Nook is adorable. Just a sec. Trying to remember the page number. You think I'd know this because I had to know it for on stage when I was presenting. I had to remember my page number to tell them what to turn to. And do you think I know now? No, no idea. Come on, somebody help me. Did I pass? No, there it is. Woo! Okay, breathe. Good, got it. Okay, so we've got the super cute box. Just a sec, I'm going to show you the rest of it. So they've got that beautiful stamp set, and I'm going to be back tomorrow. I have a card ready for you for tomorrow with the same set. We've got the beautiful designer series paper. You've got the super cute little buttons. Check it. Old olive linen thread. And then the dies. Now, this is awesome because it is a $61 bundle to start with, which means you are going to earn yourself a celebration reward. So make sure, head to shopwithnorthshorestamper.com. Hit your little, put your hostess code in the bottom, and then you will earn some extra freebies from me. You guys, thank you for joining me, and thanks for your patience this week as we have dealt with the internet woes, and hopefully they are over. That we still have Shaw coming tomorrow, no, Friday, to make sure it's all good so that I don't lose it again. Anyway, bye guys, thank you.